everybody? Welcome back to the 31 Days of Horror. I am your host, Moon616, and thank you once again for stopping in, guys. Yeah, welcome to day 4 here on the 31 Days of Horror, Volume 4. Yeah, we're going to take it back to the 80s with some low-budget, shot on 16mm goodness with a film called The Soultangler. Yeah, released by AGFA and Bleeding Skull. Distributed through MVD. Visual. This is one that I have actually never seen before, and I always knew about this one, but I was super happy that it finally got a proper release. So that's always exciting when these movies get their proper releases. You know, these cult status type films. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, this one right here is a low budget film shot on 16mm. Edited on video, so that's kind of interesting in itself. But anyways, getting into the quick little synopsis of this one. This one right here follows our main character, Dr. Anton Lupsky. He is basically a mad scientist. Now, he finds himself out of work due to the fact of his crazy taboo ideas his former colleagues didn't agree with. So now he's practicing his medicine in his basement. And he is basically, like I said, he's a mad scientist. He's practicing the art of transferring his soul into other humans. He's created this serum that can actually do this for him, but the problem is that his test subjects have to be dead for him to be able to transfer his soul into their bodies. Which is actually done through the eyes, which of course is the window for the soul to get through. But he also runs into another problem with this serum, that sometimes when his test subjects are injected with the serum, they don't actually die. They ultimately have incredibly hardcore acid trip outs. So he's got a little bit of an issue there, and then they start to do crazy shit like attack and stuff. So that is the premise of the film. Now, if that seemed like it sounds a little bit familiar, it's because it does. It's very reminiscent of another film that came out around this time, directed by Stuart Gordon by the name of Reanimator, which we all know. Oddly enough, this movie actually was shot in 1985 at the exact same time as Reanimator. The director, Pat Bischow, actually claims it was like a total coincidence that, was happening. We all know that these things can happen. I really highly doubt it, though. Even though this type of idea, this type of movie has been done a million times. We got mad scientists, zombies, things like that. It could possibly happen, but at the exact same time, I highly doubt it. Unfortunately, this one came out in 1987, got distributed in 1987, so after the fact, it was directly criticized for being a ripoff of Reanimator. The interesting thing about this movie, when it got distributed in 1987, it actually had a running time of 90 minutes, which was the distributor wanted a longer film because the original cut of this movie is 62 minutes. And this is the version that I'm actually reviewing right now. It's the 62 original director's cut. So when the distributors picked it up, they wanted to pad the time a little bit, make it more like a theatrical type length. So it ended up at 90 minutes. And that version of the film is actually really kind of boring to watch. Even the director even says he finds himself fast-forwarding parts in that. He says that right directly in the commentary, which is actually kind of interesting in itself. So if you do decide that you want to check this out, check out the 62-minute cut of the film. It is, kind of straight to the point. The pacing's a lot better. But my thoughts on this movie, this is actually a really interesting film because if you like mad scientist films, films kind of very Lovecraftian and stuff, so it might be for you. It's pretty cool. The acting is a lot better than I was ever anticipating it to be, which is pretty shocking. The visuals were the best thing about the film. He created a very unique nightmare atmosphere to the film, which I thought was truly impeccable. Shot on 16mm, so it already has that kind of dingy feel to it. 1987, it feels like it was, 1972, which is very, very cool. So that whole atmosphere, the aesthetic of the film is actually quite shockingly good. The music was a lot better than I was anticipating. Also, actually, the whole overall product was a lot better than I was anticipating. It's 16mm often compared to shot on video because it just looks kind of dingy and bad and stuff. it's there. This one definitely looks a lot better than shot on video and stuff, but the whole quality of the film is quite staggeringly better than it should ever be. But, you know, the idea for it is, it's very basic. We've seen this idea before, but, you know, at the end of it, is this movie a great movie? No. Does it have anything to offer that you haven't seen before? Probably not. What it does have to offer is entertainment value. You know, if you like these low-budget films, and, you know, this one's a quick watch. It's 62 minutes long. You can't really go wrong. There's really no downtime in this version. Maybe a little bit, you know, characters doing whatever and stuff, but the visuals are enough. You know, when the trip outs happen, the acid trip outs or the serum trip outs happen, it's pretty fucking cool, man. I gotta say, I actually really enjoyed all that shit. And the last 15-20 minutes turns into a total gore fest. I mean, the effects aren't the greatest in the world, but there's some pretty damn cool ones considering, you know, what do they say, shot, you know, basically for the price of a used car, which it kind of shows, you know, but I like that, man. I mean, the effects in The Evil Dead were, you know, shit out of your refrigerator, man. Same thing here. They did some pretty cool things. I won't give it all away, but I thought it was pretty unique and kind of cool. So, but yeah, the Soultangler, man, give this one a shot if you're into these type of films. I really enjoyed it, man. It's a hard one to rate because it's strictly entertainment value. I know it's not a great film, but it's there for entertainment value, so I'm going straight off that. 7 out of 10. Pretty cool stuff. Quick watch, 62 minutes. Give it a shot. Yeah, the Soultangler. Had some fun with it, man. It's pretty fun stuff. So, yeah, you get a little bit of a taste there in the background. It's just kind of, if you guys can see that, I'm sure you can. But yeah, Soultangler, check it out. It's only on DVD. You know, AGFA is a relatively newer. They're starting to distribute their films. It's kind of a weird line. They're numbered, and they have like Blu-rays and DVDs and shit. So if you have the collection, it's, you know, all awkward. But anyways, I'm rambling. I digress. That is the end of day 4. I'll see you guys tomorrow in day 5. And as usual, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't think anyone sticks around to the end of these videos because no one ever seems to recommend or, you know, just for films for me to review. So. But I think, I have a stack of films that I kind of pulled out. I think some of these ones I'm going to review, but I think I might get to one tomorrow that I've been interested in watching. I haven't watched yet. So anyways, I'll check you guys later, guys. Deuces.